Welcome to an episode of InRange. We're coming to you today with something that isn't what would Stoner do, but very much aligned with the principles of what Stoner do, in that the standard buffer system in the AR-15, not only does it have that buffer detent that can break, fall in the system, but we wanted a self-contained buffer system, for lack of a better term, that also actually helped mitigate and reduce felt recoil. And we did that with the JP silent capture spring with the What Would Stoner Do. But there's this now. It's been around a while now, but finally getting around to it. The Maxim Defense AR9 carbine length roller delayed buffer system. So this is trying to bring MP5 style roller delay to the AR platform.
Correct.
So what you do is you open your box, you open up your 9mm carbine here, and you've got a standard buffer in there like this, and you take this out, and then you get rid of it. And then the bolt carrier group, you have to remove a weight. We'll talk about that later. And once you've done that, you just drop this in, blink, and it goes in just like a JP capture spring, but it's a delayed roller system built into the buffer. And the concept is it should dramatically reduce felt recoil.
Yeah, and accordingly, sight picture disruption, because the AR9, being a blowback system, has a lot more reciprocating mass.
Yes.
The bolt carrier itself is heavier, and the buffers themselves are much heavier than traditional AR-15 buffers.
So what you've done is you've reduced the weight of the bolt carrier, or the carrier group, bolt carrier group, which means less felt recoil there. You've reduced the weight of the buffer system because it's delayed roller, thus less felt recoil there. And also, in theory, it'll stay closed longer because it's not actually direct blowback anymore.
No, the unlock of the bolt is delayed.
Right, which means this could be better for suppressed, or just in general, the amount of junk spewing out of the ejection port when you're firing it, say if you're left-handed.
Yeah, a lot of left-handed people are really bothered by 9mm blowback systems because you kind of catch, it feels like sand being thrown in your face.
Yeah,
coming out of the ejection port, all the unburnt powder and debris.
And junk. So what we got is this one is an unmodified gun. This has a standard heavy buffer and heavy bolt carrier grid. And this one has the AR9 Maxim Defense delayed roller buffer system. So why don't we shoot that on a couple targets downrange and then do the quick Pepsi challenge, switch over and see what we think.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so we're not going to show the process, but here's how this looks. Your bolt carrier comes out, the weight that's in the bolt carrier comes out, and your traditional buffer and spring comes out. This drops in, and that's all there is to it. So this is the unmodified gun. This has the standard heavy buffer, heavy bolt carrier group. It's well tuned to be a low recoil 9mm carbine, but it does not have the special buffer. Easy to charge. You can tell that the buffer's heavy, but that's about it. It's mild as a 9mm carbine should be, but it's snappy. I mean, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and swatch off. Swatch watches, the thing anymore? This has got the AR9 delayed buffer system roller. It is actually significantly more difficult to charge because you have to defeat those delayed rollers. But not impossible. That is instantly, obviously, significantly better. That feels, I would say, at least half of the felt recoil. Staying on target is significantly easier, and it has the amount of pushback and sight disruption is kind of non-existent. Weirdly better right off the bat. Kind of the lore of the delayed roller MP5 thing is legit. Let's have Fagan do the same thing.
All right, so this is my personal KP9. It has a 10-ounce buffer and a Springco orange spring, which mitigates the recoil quite a bit, but it is snappy, and the center of gravity changing with the reciprocating mass does cause increased sight picture disruption. It's been a reliable system, but I'm eager to try out the roller delay. Let's see how that works. Kind of have to like push forward and pull back at the same time to make it work smooth charging it. I would tend to agree that the sight picture disruption is reduced by about half, and it feels more like shooting a regular 5.56 carbine than a 9mm blowback system. So this is a suppressed KP9, and shooting suppressors left-handed is often unpleasant. especially with a blowback design. So I'm going to give this a try with the delayed roller buffer installed and see how much less debris I catch to the face. Well, there is still some, like, kind of grazing past my cheek here, but it is a lot less noticeable than with the standard buffer system installed.
So here's the part in the video where all the comments talk about how this is shilling sponsored content.
We bought these at retail through distribution.
Yes. So here's the deal. Anytime we do a review of something that actually is good, people think it's some sort of sponsored content, and that is not the case. Both of us bought these just straight through the regular market.
Yep.
And turned out it's actually a really cool product. So I have no relationship with Maxim Defense. I don't have any association with this product beyond we bought them, tried them. You liked it for your applications, suppressed. It's good for you as a left-handed shooter. And for sight disruption, it is generally improving the handling of a 9mm PCC that's in an AR configuration, such as the KP9. It actually turns out to be a really cool upgrade.
Yeah, I don't want to compete without one now.
It changed your mind instantly.
Yes, like seeing how the dot dances across the target with and without it, it's like I don't want to shoot a gun without it now.
And that says a lot for what you do competitively. What was funny is I bought mine a while ago. I'm like, I'm going to do a review on this. And then it sat in the box for like
over a year.
It was a while. And then I'm like, I'm not getting to this here. And I gave, like, go do the review. And then you gave me a call like the next day and you're like, oh, this just changed my mind. I want only these. Like that. And that's not something I hear from you, Graham.
No, like after 25 years in the industry, like not a lot of stuff impresses me anymore. But this did it. And the other thing, like part of it is like let's say this buffer fails at some point, like 10,000 rounds in the future.
I don't know that it will.
I don't know, but let's say it did. I can switch my gun back to the standard configuration that previously worked and still have a working gun. A lot of the other systems for 9mm ARs on the market or 9mm PCC things are proprietary, and it has a dedicated bolt, has a dedicated barrel.
Yeah.
And with this, like I keep the spare buffer and spring and weight in my range bag.
Yep.
And the thing just disintegrates, I can switch back to it.
It's really a drop-in modification that is completely reversible. So it is a winner product. Maxim Defense, you've done a bang-up job with this product. It'd be really cool if someone were to put one out on the market as a complete kit.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
That would be neat. But either way, I 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up, actually, recommend the AR9 delayed roller buffer system for AR-15 style 9mm card.
Yep, absolutely.
Great product. Well done. If you guys like this stuff, consider supporting us on Patreon. We are completely crowdfunded. Get no money from YouTube, no advertiser dollars. We don't get sponsorship from Maxim Defense. We bought these retail. And because of people like you supporting the channel, making it possible to do literally unbiased reviews. This is an unbiased review. It just turned out to be good, which is nice once in a while. Patreon.com/InRangeTV. If you already are, thank you so much. If you can consider it, every dollar counts. And if you can't, we know money's not infinite. Subscribe, hit the bell. You'll probably never get a notification. But more importantly, share with your friends because you can defeat the YouTube algorithm for us. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.